We are told these were built with copper chisels and stone hammers. But the precision tells a different story, one of lost high technology. The ancient Vedas speak of architects who could manipulate matter itself. Was this magic or a level of engineering we have yet to rediscover? The ancient Vedas speak of architects who could manipulate matter itself. Was this magic or a level of engineering we have yet to rediscover? Today, we examine the hard evidence of a global technological past that mainstream history refuses to acknowledge.
Across the world, there are stones that should not exist. Not because they are ancient, not because they are large, but because they contradict what we believe to be possible. We are taught that stone resists, that it must be broken, that it yields only to force, time, and repetition. This belief shapes how we reconstruct the past. We imagine simple tools, endless labor, human strength pitted against unforgiving material. And we are told that this is enough to explain everything. But stone tells a different story, not through words, through surface, through geometry, through absence. When technique is used, it leaves evidence. Force produces scars. Error produces correction. Learning leaves hesitation. That is how work looks when matter is fought. But here, there is no struggle, no chaotic impact marks, no fractured edges, no abandoned attempts hidden beneath success. There is no visible transition from inexperience to mastery. The first cut is as confident as the last. Surfaces are smooth where hammering should dominate. Edges meet with tolerances too fine for adjustment. Blocks interlock without mortar, yet behave as a single body. Internal angles appear where straight tools cannot operate. Concave forms exist in stone that should shatter under such treatment. This is not trial and error. This is not incremental improvement. This is not brute force refined. This is control. From Peru to Sardinia, from India to Petra, the same characteristics repeat, not stylistically, technically. Different cultures, different climates, different mythologies, different historical timelines, yet the same understanding of stone behavior. This repetition is not coincidence, nor imitation. It is recognition. Ancient traditions did not define matter as dead. They defined it as slowed, condensed, stabilized vibration. In the Hindu texts, matter is not fundamental. Consciousness is. Form follows awareness. Density follows frequency. Stone is not inert. It is responsive within certain conditions. Conditions that are not mechanical, but perceptual. When awareness is elevated, interaction changes. Resistance decreases. Precision increases. Not because tools improve, but because relationship changes. Stone was not conquered. It was approached, aligned with, understood from within. This does not imply a lack of technology. It implies a different kind of technology, one based on sensitivity rather than domination, on perception rather than force, on intuition as a disciplined faculty. Modern science asks one central question: can this be repeated? If the answer is no, the phenomenon is dismissed, labeled impossible, or ignored. But repetition depends on conditions, and conditions are not static. We accept that climate changes, that magnetic fields fluctuate, that biological systems adapt, yet we assume human perception is constant. What if it is not? What if these stones were shaped under different conditions, different relationships between mind and matter? What if they belong not to another culture, but to another cycle? A cycle where awareness was broader, where intuition was not opposed to technique, but integrated with it. What we call impossible may simply be inaccessible, not lost, not forgotten, but misaligned with who we currently are. The stone does not argue. It does not defend itself. It does not require belief. It remains, perfectly fitted, perfectly silent, waiting to be observed without reduction, without fear, without forcing it into familiar explanations. The stone does not ask to be believed. It asks to be seen.
This is not speculation. This is observation. Shadows of Lost Worlds.